Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use an 8 diamond top string and get the most out of your channel and killer hole. Okay guys, before we can start, you're going to need to know a few things about mesh on how to do this 8 diamond top string. So on a normal piece of mesh, you're going to have your 10 diamond row and your 9 diamond row, which is just a count of the diamonds all the way across. To do an 8 diamond top string, we're going to be utilizing the 10 diamond row and sliding where our knot begins one more row in. So we're going to be using these outer diamonds and one more set in to do this top string. So let's get started. First, you're going to take your sidewall. Just want to go ahead and put it into the head of the hole. You're going to want to come up through the bottom of the mesh in the 8 diamond right here. You're going to come up from here. From that point, you're going to go down over the top of the 10th diamond. So you have a loop going here. To secure it in place, we're going to come back from the outside of the head in and feed that piece of sidewall back out the 8 diamond row. So now it's locked in place. You can see the sidewall is coming out of the 8th diamond right here. The next spot, we're going to be doing a double interlock on a single diamond. So we're going to start by going in the top of the head, coming through the bottom of the mesh, and sliding it in this loop you just created. You want to stretch that over and make sure the hole is lined up with the middle of that mesh diamond. Now you're going to go through the top of the mesh, hold this little loop right here, come back up through the bottom of the mesh, and go through your loop. This will lock this diamond down in place. Just make sure you get really nice and snug and try and get those sidewall pieces right next to each other. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to be sharing these 2 diamonds with the knot in this hole. So again, you're going to come through the top of the head, underneath the mesh, and back up through it. You're going to pull it right through this hole, sidewall. And when you do that, you're going to want to tighten it and bring it over as far as you can. Let me see if I can get better. After that, you're going to go through the top of the mesh, then up through the bottom of the head and top hole. And you're going to pull that through this hole to create your knot. Make sure you keep it taut. And this is only one of the ways you can do an 8 diamond top string. There's more. This is the way I prefer to do it. So once you have that, make sure it's all nice and tight down again. You're going to repeat that step for these 2 diamonds right here, and you're going to be connecting them into this hole. So once again, we're going in through the top of the head, underneath the mesh. We're going to feed it up through this mesh hole and into the hole or loop of sidewall. Just going to get a nice tight pull across the head. You're going to go over to the next diamond. You're going to be going in from the top of this diamond, underneath the head, coming up through the top string hole into that loop of sidewall that you created. Once again, you're just going to make sure that whole knot's tight. You're going to try and get the middle as close as you can to that top string hole. So the whole idea of doing this 8 diamond top string is going to be making it tighter across the top And what that'll do is end up giving you a better channel coming down the sides here for your pocket. We'll be showing the knots that you use to start that off in a little bit. This time we're going to be only sharing a single diamond with this row right here, in this hole over here, like we did right here. So this side is reflecting over here. So to do that, we're going to have to be stretching the mesh over a lot here. So we're going to go through the top of this last top string hole and underneath the mesh, up through the bottom of your mesh into that loop of sidewall. And go ahead and pull that taut. Try and get the middle of that diamond close as you can to the middle of that hole. As you can see, it's going to be getting very tight, so you might need to adjust as you go. After that, you're going to be going through the top of the mesh again, having this little loop of sidewall coming up through the bottom of the head and going into this loop to create your knot. As you can see, I'm just going to adjust this 9 diamond over. Alright, last, you're just going to focus on securing this end of the mesh over to your sidewall hole again. So in order to do that, we're going to be coming through the top of the mesh piece into your first hole of sidewall, out and through the top, under the bottom of your 10 diamond row, back through the top of the 8, like so, and then push it right back through that same sidewall hole that we used. And that should lock you up and pull it over. You're just going to create a knot, finish it. So you can see we tied on right here, single diamond shared with a single top string, 2 diamonds shared to 1 top string, 2 diamonds shared to 1 top string, single diamond shared to 1 top string, and tie off. So that's the 8 diamond top string that I use for my pockets. Now we're going to be talking about getting the most out of your first couple knots that will coincide with your 8 diamond top string to create a killer channel. Instead of using these diamonds that you normally use for sidewall, we're going to move it into these 9 diamond rows. So we're going to be using these holes right here. So again, we're going to want to make sure we lock down our mesh. So we're going to come into the mesh hole, sidewall hole, up through the mesh. We're going to go back into the sidewall hole. Just repeat that and come up through the mesh one more time. It's going to create a tight loop over the top. So we're going to be doing a few K's or knots to really lock down this channel. So I'm going to go ahead and go from the outside of the head in to sidewall hole. We're going to come up through the bottom here. We're going to come over the top and back into this loop to create the K. You're going to want to make sure you just pull this tight. Really crank on it. Make sure that's snug and firm. We're going to do this a few more times just to really make a channel. So again, we're going to skip a hole or 2 on the sidewall because it's got a lot of holes. We go in through the head, up through the next 9 diamond hole right here, come over the top of the loop we got here, over the top and back into it. And that's just gonna really help us lock it down, like I said. You're gonna have to crank on that too, get it in. So by using this 9-diamond row with your 8-diamond top string, should be getting a great channel here. This is ideal for defensive or wider heads you have problems getting a channel on. Last one, I'm just gonna again go through the sidewall, up through this 9-diamond row. We're gonna have this loop come over the top and back through it. Tighten that down. As you can see, so I was trying to create a great channel right here. Keep this entire side flat. As you can see again, right here, with laying it down. It's going to be a great base for our channel. You can then start putting 2s and 1s in here to start your pocket.